Hallo und willkommen zu einer Folge Tower of Fantasy. So, wir sollen mit Larsen reden. Denn der hat ja
The
Rubelias
doctor's brain
Leichnam.
activity remains at a low level. We've attempted to apply different amounts of weak electrical stimulation without success.
Warte mal, hä?
Dr.
Die hat noch
Clive
keine Aktivität
suggested we
noch? Ich
transfer
glaube, die wäre
Dr.
tot.
Rubilia to the listener testing ground for in-depth studies. But I feel that's...
We cannot treat Rubilia as one of them. We'll discuss this later. Tianlong, did you say Dr. Rubilia was found inside an abyssant?
More accurately, it's from inside the abyssant's brain. I'm not sure whether the abyssant evolved from Rubilia, or if she shared a kind of symbiotic relationship with it. The Crystamax implant caused changes in her, which made common low-level gray space entities see her as one of them. However, we have no way of knowing if this also works on higher-level abyssants and what the end stage of this evolution would be.
Sadly, the doctor is unable to communicate with us. But judging by Ruby's dreams, and how she mentioned Innars, the doctor must have important things to tell us.
Ruby said she saw a glowing red eye in her dreams. I wonder if she's talking about that alien ruin in the abyss. It does resemble an eye.
Dann habe ich nämlich auch zuerst gedacht.
Ruby has never been to the confounding abyss and seen the ruins.
Maybe Ruby and Rubilia share a special bond that links their senses or consciousness. Ruby's dream may be a projection of Rubilia's dreams.
I agree with Lynn. It also matches the data we found in the lab. The gray space entities share a hive consciousness. Rubilia and Ruby, and even that puppet singer, are all part of the same colony.
Right, that makes sense. The message Rubilia left in the abyss also clearly states that she's been affected by the voices in her head. That voice may come from a higher class abyssant. But these are all hypotheses. We'll have to wait for Dr. Rubilia to regain her consciousness to be sure. Before that, she could only relay information to us via her shared consciousness with Ruby.
Everyone, everything that has happened today is on a need-to-know basis. We cannot reveal Dr. Rubilia and Ruby's identities to the denizens of Meroria. Lyra, you and Dr. Clive must find a way to wake Dr. Rubilia up ASAP. In the meantime, the facility must remain secure. And about Ruby. Lynn, you'll be responsible for her. Please take care of her.
Yes, sir.
As for Innars, we still don't know what Rubilia was trying to say. But if she has really become a part of Abyssant's hive consciousness, then she holds much information that is vital to us. I will have Innars' security level raised. Even though there is currently no gray space entity activity there, Meroria must still be prepared.
Okay. Wir ruhen uns wieder einen Tag aus. Können wir sehen, wie es denn jetzt weitergeht. Weil ich schätze mal, das war jetzt dann wahrscheinlich Kapitel 8. Das heißt, sobald wir aufwachen, sind wir wahrscheinlich dann Kapitel 9. Ja, weil der Wirkgrund hat auf jeden Fall den letzten Teil von Kapitel 8 gestartet. Da werde ich einfach nochmal nachgucken. So, machen wir es so. Terminal, Geschichte. Jo. Damit sind wir... Ne, sind auch nicht beim Kapitel 9. Wahrscheinlich wir noch schlafen müssen, ne? Und dann startet das quasi erst. So in dem Sinne. Ach, damit sind wir da auch schon wieder im letzten Kapitel. Von diesem Update. So, wo war das jetzt? Da. Man darf wieder ein bisschen was im Voraus aufnehmen. Kann auch wieder sein, dass mittlerweile ein Update kam, aber... Ich habe davon noch nichts gehört, dass irgendwas kommen soll. Ich habe mich auch nicht wirklich informiert, aber... der hätte bestimmt irgendwo schon verstanden bei Tower of Fantasy, dass irgendwas kommt. Und da geht er einfach mal nicht von aus. So, rein da. So, gehen wir wahrscheinlich schlafen, dann kommt wieder Sprühpettel hin. Wie immer. Ich glaube, jedes Mal, wenn wir bis jetzt hier uns ausgeruht haben, war die Aufgabe danach Sprühpettel hin. Das ist halt die Frage, wie geht's jetzt weiter? Macht Rubelia als nächstes auf? Wahrscheinlich soll es jetzt auf jeden Fall irgendwie dann irgendwie zweite Stadt da. Um Innars, oder wie jetzt da hieß. Wahrscheinlich geht's da dann als nächstes hin. Ach ne, ich spreche jetzt mit Shirley, die hier chillt.
Is
Okay.
something bothering you, Shirley? Miss Lynn has been filling me in on exactly what's going on with Dr. Rubilia these past few days. It looks like Miss Lyra and her colleagues might have found a way to rouse the doctor. Her neural activity is increasing every day. But we're all a bit worried about what form exactly our reunion will take when the good doctor wakes. These concerns have prompted Archon Larson to transfer the doctor to the Silver Coast Research Station. What do you think? Do you think Dr. Rubilia will be back to her old self? Or something other than human?
I don't think the process has stripped Dr. Rubilia of her human capacity for reason and thinking. Her actions seem to have a clear purpose. Like how she sent a message to Lynn using the puppet singer. Or how she made contact with Ruby in a dream to try to transmit a message to Miroria. And when she bravely ventured alone into the abyss, she also left us with invaluable visual records in her lab and along the way. I think she must have prepared for the possibility that those who might come after her, like us, would need guidance. She must know what she's doing.
Think of the sacrifices she's made to understand these gray space entities, and how horrible it must be to keep at arm's length, treated as something potentially dangerous and inhuman. I can't help feeling that we have not done right by her.
It's a tough
Wir haben ihr
situation.
den Unrecht getan. Was haben wir
But when
gemacht?
she made these decisions,
Was?
inkling of what might happen.
I just hope everything she's done will turn out worthwhile in the end.
Executor, Miss Shirley, apologies for the intrusion.
What is it, Lyra?
I just picked up a message from the Silver Coast Research Station. Dr. Rubilia has awoken and revealed some very important information for all of us. Lynn is already on her way there, and I wanted to ask you to come with me to help assess the situation.
Understood. We'll leave at once.
Okay. Damit ist dann wahrscheinlich das Kapitel 9, oder? Wie lange ist das noch? Das letzte Kapitel hier? Auch nochmal 4 Teile, okay. Okay, dann poppen wir es hier mal raus, falls wir es dürfen. Ja, nee, lol, da will ich gar nicht hin. Oh ne. Okay, aber wenn sie jetzt Informationen gebracht hat, wird sie auf jeden Fall noch auf unserer Seite sein. Und auch komplett bei Verstand und so. Scheint der nicht irgendwie großartig beeinflusst worden zu sein noch. Fahrstuhl, bitte einmal kommen. Hallo? Bin nach oben.
The doctor was only able to rouse herself briefly, which allowed for a short interaction with us. Then she returned to her isolation pod. She released some kind of black fog that has obscured all our attempts to observe what's going on inside the pod. Subsequent attempts at communication have met with no reply.
I see. And so what did she tell you?
She said that large numbers of gray space entities have been summoned by the Hive Mother and are heading for the deep ocean near Innars, where there are some things they are very interested in.
What's this Hive Mother? A gray space entity that's higher up the chain of command? I'm afraid a definitive answer may require the Doctor's input. Our main concern right now lies in Innars. The Doctor has already warned us numerous times that the Second City is in extreme danger. That is, if we are to trust her words. Archon Larson has already put patrols near Innars on high alert, but recently we haven't received any reports of a gray space entity intrusion. which is perhaps even more disconcerting than if we had. It's possible the gray space entities have found a way to cloak their arrival via an as yet undetected method. My next question would be, what exactly is attracting them to the area? Director Ava, did Rubilia say anything more detailed in regard to Innars?
No, and I'm afraid she did not appear to be in the best state of mind. She claimed to be suffering under the effects of the Hive Mother's will, and that she was not able to interact much at all with us as a result. Moreover, she soon disappeared back into the black fog I mentioned. Stasis chamber data anomaly. Miss Lin, the doctor said...
I can hear you. Rubilia. But the Hive Mother can hear you too.
Aha.
Where is the Hive Mother? In my head, whatever I see, whatever I hear, she hears and sees. And I can't escape her, even in this pod. She can sense your surroundings somehow? Using your eyes? Any gray space entity can become the eyes and ears of the Hive Mother if she so chooses. Nor can I do anything to resist her will. I know that when she looks at me, she can see whatever I see. Right now, when the bulk of her attention is still focused on the Innars artifact under the sea, I can maybe conceal a little bit of what I'm thinking from her. But I'm not sure how long that will last.
What is this artifact under the sea that Innars possesses?
I don't know. I can't fully comprehend the will of the Hive Mother. All I know is she's calling me, and the call is getting stronger and stronger. She needs all of her millions of children to go and release her.
Release her?
The Hive Mother herself is currently imprisoned within a cage of black stone. But the power of the cage is gradually weakening. And when finally that cage is broken, the Hive Mother will re-emerge fully into our world. A cage of black stone? Could it be deep under the sea at Innars? I can't get any kind of accurate sense of the Hive Mother's current location. Perhaps there is a pocket of abnormal space, like the confounding abyss near Innars. It's difficult to imagine what kind of person could have the power to cage the Hive Mother. But I suspect the Blackstone ruins left in the confounding abyss may be their handiwork as well. I don't know much about that. I have no access to the minds of those powerful abyssins. But as for the inferior, younger gray space entities, they do not have the ancient memories of the Hive Mother, nor seek to continue her ancient grievances. I'm still trying to establish closer contact with them, and some kind of rapport. But I feel like the closer I get, the less human I become. I just don't know if I can. If I can. Rubilia?
The stasis chamber's readout has returned to normal. Her consciousness is fading.
Listen carefully. She is keeping a close eye on me. I have to retreat back into the fog. She can use all my senses for her own purposes. Only the fog blocks her vision. Innars, you have to stop her.
Rubia schläft wieder ein. Dann berichtet Lyra Larsen von dem Vorfall. Daraufhin ein Treffen
If what the doctor
anberaumt.
just said is true, then I'm afraid the entire region may not be the friendly human habitat we imagined. I will inform Hykros headquarters of what has transpired here and request urgent reinforcements. We will have to prepare for the worst.
It doesn't look like the doctor is capable of many conversations in her present state, Archon Larsen. But she must know even more than what she's managed to reveal.
Yes, we'll have to see whether we can minimize or cut off the Hive Mother's influence. It might help to stabilize her. Lyra, can I leave that to you? Dr. Clive will provide all the necessary resources.
Yes, sir.
For the time being, Dr. Rubilia will have to remain confined within her pod. We can't risk bringing her back to Meroria at this stage. Director Eva, an executor team led by Captain Merrill will help you shore up the research station's defenses.
Yes, sir.
As for Innars, Lynn, can you organize a team to investigate? And if necessary, we may need to stagger an evacuation of Innars' population to Meroria.
Understood. Time is against us. I suggest using the long-range space rift located within the station to reach Innars directly. And as for Rubilia, she's in your hands. Don't worry, Miss Lynn. We'll look after her. Very well. Executor, Shirley, let's go.
Ja, alles klar, auf nach Innars. Ja, wo war die Treppe wieder? Dahinter. Okay, so, dann stellst du jetzt die große Frage, kämpfen wir am Ende gegen die Schwarmmutter, weil die befreit wird, oder verhindern wir das, dass sie befreit wird? Ja, runterspringen, ey. Ja, toll. Oh lol, hä? Also mal rausspringen.
Sorry for delaying your important mission, Lynn. Is the space rift out of action?
It seems so. Strange. It was working just fine 5 minutes ago. Then, when I was running some basic system checks, suddenly, I couldn't locate the space rift beacon in Innars.
Das ist nicht gut.
And why could that be?
Well, we're running diagnostics to see if the machine is malfunctioning, but it could be a problem with the relay station or Innars' own space rift. Yes, hello? Did you manage to get in touch with the technician in Innars? Oh, what's that? Then... and Outpost 10? Okay, got it. Bad news. Something's happened to Outpost 10. We've lost contact with it. And where is Outpost 10?
In the ring-shaped river valley not too far away. Outpost 10 is responsible for servicing our telecommunications and space rift networks with Innars. A problem of this magnitude with Outpost 10 means we've lost contact with Innars altogether.
Das ist ein tolles System, was ihr euch ausgedacht habt.
I suspect the outpost may well have already come under Grey Space Entity's attack. Shelley, please inform Ms. Lyra about this at once. The Executor and I will investigate it personally.
Okay, understood.
Auf jeden Fall ein sehr gutes System. Gibt irgendwo Probleme an dem Außenposten. Kommunikation komplett abgeschnitten von der Stadt.
Hear the news? Something's happened to Outpost
Da komme ich
10.
nicht durch.
Don't tell me you're coming too.
Of course I am. Archon Larson is quite concerned. I'll wait for you up ahead.
Kann auch wieder wer importen irgendwo? Nee. Dann gucken wir mal, was am Außenposten 10 los ist. Wenn er aber Raumentitäten sein, ne? Die werden wir platt machen. Okay, da hinten also drin. So. Was ist hier ein Außenposten?
Any news?
I've been trying to make contact with the outpost for a while, but there's no response. It seems something really did happen.
Could it just be a problem with the outpost's communications equipment?
If it was just an equipment malfunction, the outpost would have already gotten someone to inform us. We've heard nothing from them. But if the place had indeed come under Grey Space Entity's attack, the Executor there would have notified headquarters right away. We haven't picked up any message of the sort. No request for reinforcements, nothing. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless the outpost's defenders were taken out so quickly that they didn't even have time to get a simple message out.
But no ordinary gray space entity is capable of taking out an entire outpost's executor team and other defense personnel that quickly. Tianlong, which executor is currently on duty there?
I think her name is Umi? Relatively new. I have only met her a couple of times.
Let's go. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, hier machen wir wieder morgen weiter. Dafür dann fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.